Hey there! Today we're going to talk about something really fascinating, a way of knowing that, I promise you, you use every single day, but you probably don't have a name for it. We're going to dive into how beauty isn't just something you look at, but something that is actively rewiring your brain.
I mean, really think about that. That gut feeling you get, that sense that an idea just feels right, long before you can line up all the logical reasons why. That little intuitive jump? That's exactly what we're going to unpack. It's not magic. It's a fundamental part of how we think.
Well, that feeling, it actually has a name, and it points to this incredibly powerful cognitive process that's happening just beneath the surface, before our analytical minds even have a chance to get started.
And here it is, qualitative cognition. Now, this isn't about spreadsheets or data points. Nope. This is about that feeling of felt coherence, when a piece of music just hits you the right way, or when a super complex idea suddenly, bam, snaps into focus. It's the aha moment that comes before you can explain the why.
And this is not some abstract academic concept. You experience this constantly. When a design just looks right, you're actually sensing its rhythm and proportion. When you step into a forest and feel that immediate sense of calm and connection, that's relational presence. This is knowledge that you feel directly through your senses.
And here's the superpower. Qualitative cognition. It gets there first. Before you can break something down, pick it apart, and analyze it, this intuitive sense has already shown up, rearranged all the furniture in your mind, and shifted you. You go from being just a detached observer to someone who is in relationship with the idea, or the tree, or the piece of art.
Okay, so how on earth does this actually work, right? How does a simple feeling, beauty, kick off such a profound shift in our minds? Let's get into the mechanics of it.
It's like a cascade, a really beautiful four-step domino effect. It all kicks off with beauty. It grabs your attention. You see a stunning sunset, and it literally makes you stop in your tracks. Well, that shift in attention immediately starts to reshape your thought. You're no longer thinking about your to-do list, you're thinking about the colors. This leads to a new relationship with that moment, and suddenly your entire perception has changed. You're present.
And this quote just nails it. It gets to the absolute core of what we're talking about. Beauty isn't just a pretty decoration. It is epistemology, which is just a fancy word for a way of knowing. Think of beauty as a compass that points towards truth, not just some nice frame you put around it.
So what's really wild is how this exact same process plays out in two totally different arenas: our own inner world of thoughts and ideas, and the outer world of nature and ecology. Let's take a look.
Okay, so think of this as two wings on the same bird. On the left, we have dreaming thought into being. This is all about looking inward. It's how we can feel the shape of a new idea taking form inside us, before we even have the words to describe it. Then on the right, you have Earth Song, which looks outward. It uses the beauty of the natural world as the first point of contact, as a way to tune in to the living world on a much deeper sensory level.
So you see, whether you're sensing a new idea bubbling up from inside, or you're building a real connection with the world around you, the underlying engine is identical. The methods might look different on the surface, but they are both running on the exact same operating system: qualitative cognition.
Now, I know this might sound like a pretty radical, maybe even a new agey idea, but it's actually got some serious historical weight behind it, supported by major thinkers from philosophy all the way to neuroscience.
And the support for this idea is, well, it's everywhere. You've got philosophers like Baumgarten, who basically said aesthetics is a form of thinking with your senses. You've got physicists like David Bohm, who talked about a felt correctness that guides huge scientific discoveries. And then you have neuroscientists like Jill Bolte Taylor connecting this relational way of knowing directly to the right hemisphere of our brain. This isn't a fringe idea at all.
So what does this all boil down to? Where does this leave us? Well, it leads to a really powerful conclusion about what it actually means to know something.
So here it is, the big takeaway. Think of qualitative cognition as a kind of perceptual organ, just like your eyes or your ears. It's the part of you that makes it possible to have a real relationship with the world around you. And it's what allows new, creative, emergent thoughts to come into being.
And that leaves us with one final big question, a question for you. What would change in your work, in your relationships, in your life, if you started to treat that feeling of beauty and coherence not just as some fleeting emotion, but as a valid, vital form of intelligence? What would change if you really, truly trusted it?